party over there?
Hi, I'm Fran, and I love Hallmark Christmas. Hallmark movies now, Christmas movies.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark movies now, Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark movies now, Christmas movies. And this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Well, hello, everybody.
Oh, boy.
'Tis the season where in between Christmas and New Year's, we just try to figure it out.
Did you have a good Christmas, Brand?
I did. I think we did this yesterday. I did have a good Christmas.
It all runs together. That week
I'm
after
looking
Christmas
forward to
is
New
Are you
Year.
really on track for some reason this morning?
What do you mean?
Like I was trying to talk to you a little bit, and you just feel like you got places to be.
Well, I'm thinking about New Year's resolution. Do we want to talk about this? What we're doing, Dano?
You want to talk
now,
about
this
this
is
right now?
not a resolution.
It's not a resolution
Don't
because
call
I
it
don't
that.
do resolutions.
It's a thing.
Brand and I were sitting outside having our second alcoholic beverage at noon on a Saturday
With our
good
kids
ideas.
with our
present.
kids playing in the background.
That's where all good ideas
We had
start.
ordered several rounds of chicken tenders, pretzels, beer cheese. Our wives were there, and Brand said, I could eat healthier. And I said, well, I could too if I wanted to. And Brand said, should we do something?
Do something.
And I was like, well, I didn't say, what do you mean? I knew exactly what he meant. I was like, I guess we could do something. And so we decided for the new year.
New year, new us.
New year, new us. The big step.
But it has nothing to do with that.
Has nothing to do with the new year.
It has nothing to do. We just so
happen
happen to be starting in January.
That we're
What a
gonna,
coincidence.
That we around here for lunch we eat fantastic food.
Yeah.
Every day.
I have wing sauce in my stash.
Right, yeah, right now. Yeah,
One
yeah,
more
yeah.
week. I gotta get it in.
Well, we can still do Wing Wednesday.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good protein.
So what we
Good protein.
Yeah, we are we're gonna do for 2 lunches a week. We're gonna do smoothies. For
Just
lunch.
smoothies.
2 smoothies a week, and mine are gonna have spinach in them.
You can
'Cause
put spinach in
lovely.
mine.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that you did it, but
Wow. Because I get a pineapple spinach smoothie. It's
No,
one of the
that's
few smoothies I
that's
like.
the great thing about like spinach is you can sneak that sucker
You
in
can
there.
sneak that sucker
You
in.
can sneak that
It's not-
sucker
yes.
in there, and
Until
you're
you
not
cook
real-
it doesn't have a strong flavor at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're good. So
we're
that's
gonna-
like a good way to get your greens.
We're gonna do 2 smoothies a week, Brandon.
And I feel like there's something one other element to it, but I'm just not sure yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
we
I already have my other element.
What's your other element?
Which is I'm only going to drink Diet Coke twice during the day. So now that is not too.
Wow, everyone around the world is.
Yeah.
Am I applauding
everyone
for this?
except for Coca-Cola.
Are you going
is-
up?
I need you to know that basically
2?
Coke is hating us.
I drink Diet Coke really 3 times a day. I drink it in the morning, I drink it at lunch, and I drink one in the afternoon. Like a when I say one, it's like a 50-ounce Diet Coke, right?
But is that what you're still doing? Are you still doing big
the big
boys?
I'm still so I'm going to get rid of. This is going to be tough. I'm going to get rid of the breakfast Diet Coke.
They're the worst one to get rid of.
So
too.
I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to go coffee
You're
in
gonna
the
go
morning.
coffee in the
all right.
morning.
Yes, and I'm gonna just do Diet Coke at lunch, and then at 3-4 whenever we get off of work. Right? I know it's a full day around here.
You clock
at
out.
3:15 when we get out of here. Now that means if I go out to eat, I'm still gonna get as many refills as I want. So 2 sittings though, and this sounds like it's
Like the conditions that are part of this.
You guys laugh. This sounds like it's not a big deal. If you know me. This is a
huge
big deal.
It's a huge deal.
It's a big deal. It's taking like 20 to 25% of my Diet Coke. So those are 2 things I'm doing. Brand, what's your other thing?
I don't know what it is yet. I feel like I need to move a little bit. I feel like I need to move.
Well, I'm gonna.
I feel like I need to do some sort of movement.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Not anything crazy. You
you can
know,
walk to work twice a week.
You want to do Planet Fitness? Me and you will go to the treadmill.
That's where I go. We
No,
can all
I
go
don't want to
together.
do that.
We could vlog
We're
it.
not going to the gym with you, Brian.
What about I'll do 100
day.
pelvic thrusts a day,
I don't want to
which
know
is
anymore.
What's up marginally, but like it, up.
You did at least a dozen when Wings came in the,
The
door today.
consistency
You
is
were
the
like,
hard part
Wings
there.
came in the door and you were like full pelvic thrust.
Yeah.
We had to call HR. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry didn't have any problem with it.
And he looks away at this point.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah. I'm beginning to think the Reinhold name isn't what it used to be.
It sure isn't. Harry, you there?
Don't tell his father that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Harry, is there anything?
I
Is there?
heard the tone in your voice just now.
Harry, is there anything in the bylaws that would prohibit me
Easy,
for
Harry.
upping the pelvic thrust?
Sorry, I just had a big lunch. Chili dogs. I see here in section C.
Section
He's
C.
got it open.
My subsection A.
Subsection
hip
A.
thrust will be kept to a better's minimum.
A better's minimum. Okay, that's helpful.
That-
So I'm in the clear.
A better's minimum?
Yeah.
I think you're in the clear.
I'm in the clear.
I talked it over.
What is the better's minimum for
I mean,
pelvic thrust?
you should be able to figure that out yourself. But
We'll say. Well,
let's say
that. Let's say the number on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
11.
300.
Oh no!
3100?
The better's minimum is 11, and I'm going to do 100.
Minimum.
How am I in the clear then?
Well, you say you're going
Well,
to do
you
100.
can't do them at work, Brian. You got to do some of them
You
not
can do
at
it
work.
in the
I
parking lot.
have to do 89 of them outside of
I mean,
work,
we just can't have you just walking down the halls all willy-nilly thrusting everywhere.
but I can do 11. At work.
11 at work.
Okay.
Not towards anyone.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Do not thrust towards anyone.
the
that
thrust-
would be a direct.
That's
The
important.
better minimum there is 0.
The thrust is
You cannot
it's an
thrust
innocent
in anyone's
thrust. I don't
direction.
mean
Clarification.
anything by it.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
mean
Dan
anything
has
by
called
it.
me 3 times that you have thrusted in his direction.
If it is in Dan's direction, it does have meaning.
Okay.
Yes.
So the better's minimum there is also 0.
Okay. Good.
It's going to be a tough year.
Harry,
Wing Wednesday, you may thrust at anyone for up to 11 times.
wow. Toward
There's only
in
so
anyone's
much-
direction.
In anyone's. You could go in the hall, find another business. Look, there's only so much we could do on Wing Wednesday.
Wow. Yeah. You get it. Thanks, Harry.
You're
You
welcome.
have a good Christmas.
I had a great Christmas.
Happy New Year, buddy.
You too. Keep it on the down low.
Keep what on the down?
Anything?
Anytime.
I don't think HR should be telling me.
Anytime HR says to keep it on the down low, there is a problem.
Yeah.
Seem right?
You know what else I know has happened is Christmas is already come and gone because we are back into non-seasonal
Yeah.
deck the Hallmark, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
We got nowhere to be and all day to
That's
get
right,
there.
nowhere to be all day to get there. We don't have anything to promote.
No.
We're just here.
Well, I mean,
doing-
aside from Philo, but that does
Yeah,
the promoting
of
on
course.
its own.
I mean, yeah, that sells itself. But like
Absolutely.
this movie didn't air on actual TV. I mean, like we are just scraping the bottom of the barrel over here.
Well, streaming is the new TV, though.
I understand that, but that's not our business
understand.
model. Okay, yeah.
I understand. I mean, it's part of our. I mean, we do a lot of streaming.
The
though.
HR guy told you to keep something on the down low. We may need to get a new HR guy.
No, Harry's
He's a little backup.
irreplaceable at this point. Yeah.
He's got a contract. Ironclad.
Let's talk about Rescuing Christmas, shall we?
shall.
It originally dropped, as they say, on Hallmark Movies now on December 7th, 2023.
That's why we're here.
We held it in the back pocket for just as time as this. And it went a little something like this. We're at the North Pole. It is 12 days until Christmas. Kobe and a couple of elves are given a presentation to Santa. They are pitching Operation Christmas Wish. They will give, did I say
You
witch?
said which? Christmas witch?
Operation Christmas Wish. We have the Christmas Witch on the line. Hello, Christmas Witch. Were you busy?
Christmas!
Were you busy last week?
I was so busy.
What type of witch?
You got coal in your cauldron.
I
You know
didn't.
why?
Why?
You thrust your hips at me.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. All right.
Keep it on the down low.
Is Harry
Great advice.
also
I
the
don't know.
Christmas Witch?
I don't think so. I
Damn.
think something's going on with you.
I have a lot.
and a lot of the.
I have a
guests
lot of
that we
things
have
on a lot of people. That is true.
Yeah, we
Yes.
don't listen.
And I keep it on the down
They sound
low.
related.
I keep things on the down low. I'm good at
Down
keeping
low boy.
secrets.
Yeah.
They're
down low
pitching
boy.
Operation Christmas Wish. They give one person 3 wishes, and hopefully it's gonna up the Christmas magic, like up the Christmas joy. It's a little down this year. Santa loves this idea and approves it. The winner, it's picked at random. The winner is Aaron. Aaron, you won.
Congrats.
Aaron, if you won 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
And you can't wish for more wishes?
No, you can't.
of course
Come on,
not.
you know the
Aaron.
rules.
I'm just making sure.
She's just trying to buy time.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. $1 million.
Why stop there?
I'd like to meet Taylor Swift.
We talked about this, how inconvenient $1 million
$1 million.
is.
Yeah, $1 million and meet Taylor Swift is what you got.
And the number 3.
You don't want. You could go for 10 million.
You could go for any
100 million?
any millions. One is enough.
I don't know. I got my mic plugged back in. That's all I wanted.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Man. And that's
You
been
still
for
have one
almost
wish.
that's been almost half a month at this point. So I guess maybe we're good for the rest of the next year too. I don't know. Anyway, the winner is Erin. Erin is a mom, a photographer. She's not a mom at all, actually. And also, is she a mom? I don't know. There's a kid around sometimes.
No.
She's not a mom. And also, just kind of grumpy. She is not a fan of Christmas. Doesn't have that Christmas spirit. She makes it known so much, in fact, that it surprises a random blind date named Sam. Sam's like, you don't like Christmas? What in the world? She keeps hearing ads for Operation Christmas Wish and is getting emails letting her know that she won this contest, but she assumes that this is spam. She has no interest in this contest. She tries everything to block the emails from coming in, but it doesn't work. And so finally she writes back asking them to stop sending the emails. And they say, well, why don't you just make a wish and just kind of see how it goes? And so she's like, I wish my mom would bring me cookies. And boom, her mom brings her cookies. And she's like, that's weird. It's weird, but a coincidence. She then wishes that her ex Archie, would realize that she's the best thing that ever happened to him. And bang, he knocks on the door and is like, I missed you, baby. They start hanging out, and it doesn't take long for her to remember that Archie is the worst. She is annoyed walking around town and just gets increasingly upset with all of the Christmas. She goes to her laptop and she makes one final wish, that Christmas would disappear. The North Pole goes into an absolute panic as they watch on a map Christmas disappearing. There are 8 days until Christmas, and unless she believes in Christmas again with all of her heart, Christmas will be gone forever. She wakes up and she remembers Christmas, but no one else knows a single thing about Christmas. And she's now freaking out a little bit. Her mom doesn't remember, her niece and nephew don't remember, and there are no Christmas results on the Googles, and that is my worst nightmare. She goes to Sam to see if he can help, and she's like, I have no idea. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about with this Christmas. She still thinks that the radio station is responsible for making this happen. Like the radio station has convinced everybody to play a prank or something like that. And so she goes to the station to try to get them to stop. It does not go well, but she remembers that Sam gave her some film to develop, and when she does that, she sees in one of the pictures there's a Christmas tree. And she's like, see, Sam, it's real. Christmas is real. And so he agrees to help her and her family decorate for the first ever Christmas. Now they're making do with what they have, hanging tennis balls on trees and using like Halloween lights as the lights on the Christmas tree and whatnot. But you gotta do what you gotta do. The town starts to notice these Christmas decorations, especially after a little sprinkle or two of Christmas magic from the elves. The town decides that they want to celebrate Christmas as well. So Christmas catches on quick, and Erin and Sam are hitting it off real quick too. And they even go to dinner, and she talks about how there are a lot of romantic Christmas movies around this time of year. Entire stations, if you will. Big funnies. Big funnies indeed. Thanks to the elves, they keep finding themselves under the mistletoe, and she keeps avoiding telling Sam what that mistletoe is. She stumbles upon Santa in the kitchen, and he's like, my name is Nick. And she's like, you're perfect. Would you mind playing a character named Santa for the town Christmas celebration? And he agrees. And because he is Santa, he does crush that performance. They have a Christmas tree lighting, and Erin wishes that Christmas would come back. And the elves are so excited about this, but nothing happens. And Santa explains to the elves that he's not surprised that nothing changed, because she wished that the town would be able to celebrate Christmas again, but she didn't mean it for herself. She needs to remember the magic of Christmas for herself. So she's feeling down, and she ends up talking to Nick about how she's feeling, and she starts listing all of these things that she misses about Christmas. She starts to tear up, and she wishes that she never made this dumb wish. And suddenly, bam, the town goes black. She turns around, and then bam, everything turns back on. The town is alive with Christmas magic. Everything is back to normal. Yay. She finds Sam, and they kiss and spend Christmas together, and then the elves get a promotion, and that, my friends, was Rescuing Christmas.
We did it.
We did do it, Christmas witch and all. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to break this movie down with 4 segments. I think Vic is coming back, too. I think Vic is here with us this week. I know, it's past Christmas, but I think he's sticking around. Here on Deck the Hallmark. Just through the New Year. Welcome back, everybody.
Does this count as one of the 40 movies that Hallmark is releasing over the holidays or not?
This counts as one of the 42, I think.
Well, yeah, not 2 in the summer, 40 in the winter.
I think it would be 44 then. It's 2 on Hallmark movies now. Yeah, I don't think it. I think it is extra. It's extra.
It's extra. Okay, so should I put it in my rankings for Countdown to
I
Christmas?
think you need to.
Okay, all right, great.
Right?
That's all I need.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think so.
If it's not a part of the Countdown to Christmas or Miracles of Christmas,
well,
set,
either is July. Yeah.
Let's normalize.
Yeah, we've
it.
done it. We did it every time. Yeah, this happened a couple years ago.
Okay.
There's a precedent. Harry agrees.
Yeah, he says keep it on down.
he just keep it on the down.
It's time for the hot take. It is where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. We do not hold back. I'll start with you, Brian. Brian, what'd you think about Rescuing Christmas?
Yeah, thanks, Brent. I enjoyed this a good bit. I think this is a fun idea, similar to another movie we got this year where Christmas disappears.
Yes.
So I think it's
Where Are You Christmas?
Where Are You Christmas? That's right. Weirdly, it felt kind of edgy. Like it could have been on any network.
I don't think it was made for Hallmark. I have nothing to convince me of that aside from Mar Vista, and it's an hour and 32 minutes. But
Right.
I don't think it was made for Hallmark.
Yeah, it didn't. It felt like it could have been made for a different network. So it was. I don't know. It was good. It just felt like kind of fresh and original, and like it didn't have like swearing or violence, but it felt like it easily could have.
Save it for Fighting Chance, Brian.
Oh, of course. Oh, sorry. Take that back. Or did it? So it was like it felt a little different, and obviously, I mean, RLC, we trust her as far as Brand can throw her.
That's right.
Lives.
RLC.
I can throw her pretty far.
And that Santa, like there was a thing with that Santa where I couldn't tell if he was in on it or if he was unaware of what was going on, and I like that. I think that worked really well. Like, he played the role of like.
What do you mean by didn't know what was going on?
He didn't. You know how the people around her didn't know what Christmas was.
Yes.
I couldn't tell if Santa knew he was Santa and what Christmas was, or if he was just like plopped into this world and had to figure out.
Oh, he definitely knew who he was.
But he
Yeah.
kind of played, from the way I took it, he played it kind of like aloof. Like he's like down here, he's just
Well, he
like
had to.
figuring stuff out.
Yeah, he
All right,
can't
I
get
think,
caught.
All right, I think he did a good job at that.
That's
what
not
I'm
what you
saying.
said.
Yeah, I
You
said
said
I
you
couldn't
didn't
tell
know.
if he
Okay.
was playing it either way, and I think that he played it so well that I had to think about it. Is what I'm
Nice
saying.
save.
Like
Nice save there.
he played it like very like wishy-washy. Like I don't really know what's going on here.
Wishy-washy.
And he obviously wasn't involved.
Was he more
like,
wishy or more washy?
wishy? Obviously,
It's time
I mean,
for Wishy or Washy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wishy or Washy. It is where I give you an item, and you have to let me know if it's more wishy or washy. Does everybody understand the rules?
Yes.
Buzz in when you're ready. Doctor,
Oh wow,
Wishy.
I don't stand a chance.
it was washy.
Yes. Do I get that point?
You don't. It goes to Aaron.
What was the cat? What were you gonna say?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who?
Clearly more.
All right, I'll be better.
One more. Are you ready? Crayons. It goes to Dan.
Washy.
Ooh, that was wishy.
Yeah.
Cramps are washy?
Okay.
Crayons.
Crayons. That's what I got.
That was wishy or washy.
Definitely we'll come back to that.
I don't think you're going to win that.
C, candy.
Yeah. You know what this is sliding in for? Just in time for the Deckiav bit of the year.
Right under the wire.
By a few days. You guys were waiting.
Wow.
Was it Fighting Chance?
No.
Is it something
It's
Rick
wishy-
did? Is
wishy
it
or
is
washy.
it? No. It's wishy or washy.
It's time for Wishy or Washy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Wishy or Washy. So far,
Good to
Aaron
be
has
here,
2
Brett.
points, 0-0 on the big board. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Tylenol. That goes to Dan.
Chance.
Tyler Hines is clearly wishy.
That was Washy, and it was Tylenol. That goes to Aaron.
Yep.
One more for you.
All I have to do is sit back and let him just
One more
bury
for
himself.
you. One more for you.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? Laryngitis. What are you doing, Brian?
What did you say?
I didn't.
I can't tell you.
Laryngitis is wishy.
It was wishy. Yes, 100%. That was wishy or washy. You got to step it up.
I'd like
dude.
to contest the
Decky
judgments.
award-winning bit of the year, wishy or washy.
TM that.
Yeah.
Are you done with your hot take?
Yeah.
I love this movie hard.
Yeah.
Of the two movies where Christmas disappears, this is my favorite of those two.
And go and listen to his hot take of Where Are You Christmas?
Yeah,
that's high praise.
I love that movie. I love this movie. Listen, in the kickoff episode, I said this was one of the movies I was most looking forward to. I said there's no one I would trust more with this than Rachel Lee Cook, and I stand by it. She crushed it. But the star of this movie is the amazing North Pole cast. Santa and the elves are absolutely amazing, and we just don't get this enough. I don't think we've been to the North Pole in a Hallmark movie since North Pole. So I was happy to be back. I was happy to have Santa and the elves and it not be I wonder if that's Santa until the end and then he does the thing. I love this. You can't do 40 of these or 44 of these or whatever it is, but I could use a little more because this is great. This is all that I want. I thought it was fantastic. It's towards the top of my list. We'll get to our ranking episode at the end of the year. Yeah. Huh?
Vague.
Towards the top.
Towards the top. That's all you're saying.
It's towards the top.
Yeah.
I still got to pray about it. I still got to pray about it. We still got a little while.
Yeah.
Like until next week, and then we got to rank them.
And we got to rank them. That's right.
Come back in the new year.
Yeah.
I loved this movie. Capital LOVE. Ashley Simpson. Dan, go.
Yeah, this qualitatively feels like a Netflix Christmas movie, and Rachel Lee Cook is outstanding, and the supporting cast reminds me of the Santa Summit supporting cast. T. Michael Rambo as Santa. He's the best
What
Santa.
a strong name, too.
Yeah. Patrick O'Brien, who was Mr. Dewey in Saved by the Bell, Back to Bayside, a podcast you can check out on the Brain
Friends
Podcast
Forever.
Network. And he is an elf in this movie and is just fantastic. The Santa of it all and North Pole of it all is fine. I think Brand started to love it, but I also think they don't really play by any set of rules. I think we'll get to that later. But
Was Mr. Dewey your favorite part?
Mr. Dewey was absolutely my favorite part. You just wanted to hit Friends Forever again. That's good for you. Go ahead. Yeah, perfect. Great. You nailed it.
Bit of the year.
Yeah, of the year. Yeah, well, wishy-washy, of course. But
Wishy or washy. Welcome back, everybody. We're having a great time today. It is currently
Good to be here,
1-0 to 3.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the next round? This
ready,
round
Brandon.
is worth double points.
This is where I make it come back.
Up first is green beans.
Oh, we're starting now.
Dan.
I couldn't be more wishy on green beans.
Wishy is correct. You're up to 3 points, 3-0. You're going to need this one, Brian. Candy necklaces.
Washy.
Wow. I think Brian got it. I think Brian got it. Let me be the judge here. Brian, go ahead.
All right, what was it again?
I can't tell you.
All right, that's wishy if I've ever heard it.
It was washy. That was wishy or washy.
So anyway, what I was saying is this, is that they create this world where the North Pole and Christmas doesn't exist, but Santa and the elves still do and still have the magic. And they never play by any rules. And so they break their own rules constantly. They're very wishy-washy
or washy.
on the rules of Santa and the elves when Christmas doesn't exist. That was really the only thing that took me out of it. And it did take me out of it on multiple occasions. This will end up toward the top of my list. Not enough to get a like from me. There's some strong movies at the top of this class of Hallmark movies.
This isn't enough to get a like from
It
you?
is not enough to get a like from me. I'm sorry.
That's too bad.
Hogwash.
I am right now debating this and Catch Me If You Clause, which also did not get a like from me. Right now I have Catch Me If You Clause slightly ahead of this because I think, and this is a hot take, but I stand by it, I do like Rachel Lee Cook, but I like Italia Ricci more. I think she did a better job than Rachel Lee Cook
You don't like
did.
either of those movies?
No.
There's a hole waiting for you.
That's right.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's kids listening. I'm not going to say
no
it.
kidding. Yeah, you would never bully me on this podcast.
I'm not bullying you.
Just telling you.
I'm just telling you how
what
it
am I
is.
supposed to do in the hole?
Not living.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What you do in your hole is your own business. Harry said I can't talk about it.
Oh, like,
Just keep that on the down low.
that's
He
right.
said I had to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
that on the
He
down low.
does.
I
Yeah, he
can't talk
definitely
about it.
does.
Good
Yes.
talk, Harry.
It's time for all the feels. We're talking about what this movie gave us those feels, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. When she got pushed over the edge by Archie eating all of her cookies, and then she sort of like lost it for a few scenes. I love that. Like she does that so well. She got so mad, but it was so funny. Like the banner falling on her making like a very curt phone call, canceling plans. Just that section of scenes where she was very angry and over everything, and the fact it was kicked off by him like finishing her cookies, like something that she wanted so bad. Somebody eats that on you, like not on you physically, like literally, but like they eat
What a
it.
callback.
Nice.
Wow.
Try to keep that going. It's not a thing.
That's just how I talk.
Yeah.
So she did such a good job in there, and that was so funny. And she's supposed to be really angry and upset. But it came off so
Rachel
funny.
Lee Cook, I would say this plays exasperated and reached her wits in better than any other leading actress on Hallmark.
And it was
I would stand by that.
Yeah.
RLC.
RLC.
Know what I mean?
No.
Dang it.
There's something there. I don't know if that's it, but there's.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
Keep it on the down low. Just keep it down there.
I'm trying. Dan said he just liked this movie. He didn't even like it.
Yeah.
He didn't get a like. I know.
Harry gets it. He's sick of this.
I'll keep it on the down.
Down low.
I'll keep it on the down.
That's all he asks.
He's
He's just trying to ease into retirement. Harry just wants nice and easy.
when she makes the final, like I wish I never made this wish, and it goes black. This is what you guys remember when Michael Jordan played ball, and
Stop it right now.
and they would do the introductions and they'd play that song. And it would it would start picking up.
Yeah.
I could almost feel it. I wish it, and the lights go out, and I'm like, "Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na." And she turns around, boom, and the lights come on, and the people are in the Christmas spirit. For my money, possible scene of the year. For my money, possible scene of the year.
That is the most undefinitive statement of all time. You said nothing there.
For my money, scene of the year. I'll say it.
In my opinion, it might be decent, is what you said.
For my money, scene of the year.
Strong.
That is strong.
For my money.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I will agree with Brand on that scene.
Yeah.
I will agree with
For his money.
For my money.
For
Do the
Brand's
thing with
money.
your hands.
For my money.
For my
Brand's
money. Scene of the year.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's a scene
For
that
my
would
money. Scene
top
of the
that.
year.
What about the
For
Code
my
Red?
money.
When they went to Code Red in the North Pole, that was a lot of fun.
That was.
I just keep thinking about Mountain
That
Dew.
was a great scene too, when
That
everything
whole-
gets shut down because
Yeah.
she wishes there's no Christmas. This movie has some great scenes in it.
Wishy or washy. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh,
This
hey,
is
great.
quite
Great
the
to be
game
here.
now.
It's good to be here, Brand. Thank you
Up
so
next,
much for having me.
Roku remotes. Brian,
Washy.
it was washy.
Oh, he's
Is
on the
this
board.
double time
No,
or
it's just back to
triple
single.
point?
You
We're
know
back to
that.
single.
Third round back
We're
to
back to
single.
single. Up to quadruples for one round only. Here it is. Neckties.
No,
You buzzed in early. It goes to Brian.
Washy.
Oh, it was wishy.
Come on.
It goes to Aaron. Wishy or washy. We're going to take a quick break.
2023.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the way one, the what, the Hallmark here on Deck the
Wishy or
Hallmark.
washy.
Welcome back, everybody. We're having a great time today.
It's after Christmas. Got that after Christmas vibe to
Can
it.
you believe we're almost to 2024?
And the Deckies are right around the corner.
I just
wait
got
for
used to saying it was 2023 in the synopses.
Yeah.
I haven't made that mistake in a couple weeks.
You haven't. You're doing great.
And I'm going to go goof it up again.
You're
For
gonna
another
goof it up.
year.
There it is.
It's time for the Wait What. Is what we're talking about. What is movie minutes go Wait What? Brian?
Boy, I don't have a lot. And just inherently, I guess with this type of movie, it's tough because they're intentionally weight wedding.
Yeah.
Where she does her film development at
The Dark Room.
Yeah, Duluth Creative, it was called. It had a sign that said "closed for Christmas." That means you, like, specifically called her out. I guess that's supposed to be a joke, or she works too much. But then that never came back. Like, the door was never locked. She had full access to the dark room, right? The whole movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, nothing came of that.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with
And
that?
it's a ginormous dark room.
yeah.
It's
How could
really
it get
big.
so dark in there?
Yeah.
So that
I've
was
been in a
room.
dark room before.
You have?
Yes.
I've never been in a dark room.
True story.
No.
I have. They're not that glamorous.
Just
I promise.
dark, I
They don't
assume.
look like somebody's cool hipster flat in Brooklyn.
Right.
Like they don't look like that.
Just a closet. Is it?
Yeah, it's
smell
really
funny?
it's got to be dark. Yeah,
Does it smell like chemicals? They use
It does,
chemicals?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know if I want to be there. Why would she swing by his place to pick up the film? Like, that seems so risky. Like, I would be so paranoid that I'm going to lose the film, ruin the film, whatever it is. Like, she just offers up, I'll come get the film. Like, well, just let him drop off the film. Like, this is family film. But I guess she had to show up at his place for some reason. And then he sawed, at one point when he cuts down the tree, he sawed like 3 times and that thing was down. And I thought,
He's strong, man.
He's so strong.
Yeah.
I seed you sod.
If he had made a joke after doing that, like something like, wow, like I'm really good at that, like called it out,
That'd have been
it
great.
wouldn't have been a
Yeah.
wait what. But the
Yeah.
fact that like they actually tried to play it off, like, so that's it. That's all I had though.
The radio station in town is on Main Street. And the studio part of it is right in front of this building, separated by just glass. So horns, loud noises on Main Street, who cares? This is radio, baby. We gotta roll with it. We're not gonna soundproof it. Honestly, the more sound if you want to come in from the outside, come on in.
Everyone's
It doesn't
welcome.
matter. Everyone's welcome. It's radio. That's the saying with radio is it doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome.
That's right.
So they call it
Come on in.
extraterrestrial.
And the only thing that I like even a little bit critique is I really liked the makeshift Christmas of it all.
Sure.
And
you
they
did.
start really strong with that. And then at the end at the markets, they have figured out Christmas.
They have figured it out. They've locked
We
it
have
in.
figured
Yes.
it out. We have got it. And like
No
there's like
neon.
the
We
there's
got
like
it. We
the
understand.
occasional there's
pumpkin.
the occasional like pool noodle that's like made like a candy cane or something. But aside from that, it looks like every other Hallmark Christmas town. And so I just wish that they leaned like even for the town. Like I wish that square was more like makeshift than it was. But that's it. The town just really they really figured it out. It
locked
was like,
it
oh, we
in.
got this.
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
it.
it.
We see the vision.
Yeah.
We see
Yeah.
the vision. We'll make it come to life. Oh, we got it. You know?
It takes Rachel Lee Cook, RLC, if you will.
I will.
An inordinate amount of time to figure out that this is not the radio station.
I'm not convinced she still does
I
it.
think she still thinks that the radio station may be at the north. Like at some point when this dude shows up at your doorstep, you got to realize that there's some Christmas magic at play, lady. Like you're storming into the radio station like they actually constructed all this. It takes her, I don't know, twice as long as any normal human being would take to figure out that it is not the radio station that's granting these wishes. I couldn't believe it. And also, and this is true about who is in Where Are You Christmas? Is that Lindsay Fonseca? Who is that? Lindsay
Yes.
Fonseca. Lindsay Fonseca's character in Where Are You Christmas?
The Fonz, as we call her.
They say what?
The
The
Fonz.
Fonz, as we call her. No one
Fonzette.
fears for Rachel Lee Cook's mental health at all. Like if someone came in and was like, no, there's Christmas and there's a fat dude with a beard and he comes down the chimney into your house and they say he reverse robs you or whatever. And there's trees and there's candy canes. No one who's close to her is like, hey, why don't we go see just someone?
She's probably done this before.
Like, yeah. Like,
She's pulled this stuff before.
Yeah, like some sort of like mental health counselor, psychiatrist, just primary care physician, something to show that you care. Like, I know that I might be wrong, but if my wife made up a holiday and acted like it had been around for years, I would probably make sure that like we got her the best medical treatment we could get her. I don't. The fact that no one is even blinking at this and they're all just like, let's just buy into the delusion. That sounds better is crazy to me. And then
It's the magic
lastly,
of Christmas.
lastly, the biggest, most unrealistic thing in this movie is that Santa is played. It's the best Santa ever. Best Hallmark Santa ever. T. Michael Rambo. He's amazing. He is a very large, imposing figure. He goes behind the counter at a place of business and makes his own drink. And when they ask him to stop, he does not. And no one knows who Santa is. And in any store, this is unfortunate, but in any place of business that I know of, anywhere in the country, if that guy does that, they're arresting him, they're calling for reinforcements, they're calling for someone to come and help. And in this situation, this large, imposing man makes this drink, refuses to leave from behind the counter, and the mayor comes and talks to him about how festive he is and gets some cool ideas for the town in a place where Christmas doesn't exist. And unfortunately, that's just not how that would go down.
And this is tough because this happened to Dan last week.
That's right.
I saw it, and it was
routinely, if you don't bring me my Diet Coke, I go behind the counter.
It was Christmas. It was hot chocolate. It was, I'm going to put my own whipped cream on.
That's
you
right.
hopped over the counter.
I did.
Is this a court-ordered one less Diet
That's right.
Coke?
I was supposed to keep it on the down low. That's right. Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. It's time for What the Hallmark is, where we wonder what could have been. Maybe have to give some clarity to questions that we still have. Brian.
Yeah, I was just wondering what that week. This was a week, right? 1 week.
It's been.
It's been.
What was that week like for everybody else? Like, we know what it was like for her.
Yeah.
What was that for everyone else? Did they just black out for a week? Did they have memories of it?
Well, and that's it's obvious. Like, this is tough because she comes back.
Correct.
And her and Sam are where they were
in
relationship wise in the other world.
Right.
So something has happened. Like, they have clearly continued to hang out, see each other.
Yeah.
And also the elves don't forget Christmas, and Santa doesn't forget Christmas. And so when it comes back in a week, it's like, well, why didn't they use the magic to begin with to just figure that out?
Yeah. So that I would love to hear a little bit more on that.
I think we all would. You know who I want to hear from?
Let me guess.
Vic Webster. It's time for a fighting chance with Vic Webster.
Fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Was the fighting in the movie? Did someone get hurt? It's a fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
The only action that this movie had was the kiss at the end. Hubba hubba.
A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
Hubba hubba.
Oh, man.
Got a fighting chance. Hubba hubba.
That's right.
Sure did.
Finally. We did, everybody. Congratulations. This is almost it. We're almost there, but here we are. It's time for Wishy or Washy. It's time to a final
great to be
round.
here,
It's
Brandon.
rapid fire.
Good to be here, Brandon.
Winner takes all. Here we go. Bags. Dan.
Wishy.
It was Wishy. Socks. Dan, Brian.
Washy.
Washy. Garland. Dan.
Wishy.
It was Washy. Cobra Kai. Brian.
Wishy.
It was Wishy. Brian wins. Wow.
I was wrong.
We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. Is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.